I may use this down close candle as a bullish order block entry. And I like the midnight opening price as a draw. And then you have the high formed at 8:30. But I want to see us get a close above this candle. And should we tap down into it, I'll look at that for an entry. We also have a breaker, low, high, lower low. Okay, I just hit that button. Trading view, god dang. Okay, well, what's going on? All right, well, I don't know what's going on with that, but I tried to buy it right here. Trading view is doing some funny business. But you know what? It's okay. I don't know what they got going on. Guess we'll just watch it then. Okay, there we go. Well, wasn't trying to be long 3 contracts, but obviously it's paper, so I guess it's not that big of a deal. Candlesticks low, 33.75. Yeah, they got some funny business going on. It's okay though. So I'm using the breaker as my initial long entry. These 3 up close candles. And I'm looking at this down close candle as a bullish order block. And then the fair value gap. And then yeah, that first presentation fair value gap laying on top of that as well. Targeting midnight opening price. And then again, should this trade pan out, no Asia stream tonight, I'm very much just one and done. We also have this fair value gap right here, this SIBI, that's in a premium. So if you take this high all the way down to this low, your premium arrays, you have the buy side above this high, and then you have this SIBI here. So since I'm long 3 contracts by accident, we might as well work on taking some partials. 1 contract will come off here at the low of the fair value gap. So let's set a limit order there. Yeah, I don't know what trading view got going on. I'm watching this down close candle, want to see it be used as support, and of course the breaker. I'm going to outline this. This is what I'm really looking at. I'm fine with price accumulating, consolidating in the upper half. I'm just seeing that as accumulation. I don't want to see us really working the lower half of the breaker, so all this up here, any retracement in the upper half, I'm not worried about it. And then again, partial and risk comes off at the low of this fair value gap, which is a premium. So this is a premium SIBI, and should NQ trade up there, that will be a partial. And then this long wick, okay, whenever you have long wicks like that, wicks are gaps, I'll also take a partial at its consequent encroachment. So we're gonna go ahead and get midpoint. Consequent encroachment comes in at 47 even. So I'll be looking to take one off there. I prefer to see NQ stay strong, stay bullish on that displacement. We did clear out buy side, an immediate retracement after taking out buy side. Ideally not what you want to see, but I'm allowing price to trade into that upper half of the breaker and this down close candle. But whenever I'm in my trades and I say I want to see speed above this high, I don't want to see us blast through the buy side and then immediately it's followed by a retracement. You want to see us stay bullish, stay strong above the buy side. This right here, ideally, is not what you want to see. And let me take a look around the board. S&P, more or less just hanging around. It did clear out its high, but it's kind of just stalling a little bit. Dow still looks somewhat strong. Gold going higher. NASDAQ 15-minute chart, 5-minute chart's kind of, I've seen cleaner. I've seen cleaner days. Trading back inside that first presentation fair value gap. Supposedly on micros, that fair value gap isn't there, but you just have to use whatever's in your chart. So on micros, your first presentation fair value gap might be like this one here. I'm assuming, I'm not looking at that contract, but that might be your first fair value gap. Just use whatever's in the chart. Micro traders get no love. We get no respect over here. Stop that break even. Yeah, this week has been a little bit more wonky. That's why I haven't taken any trades Monday through Wednesday. Asia has been decent, but as far as the morning session, but we already saw that coming. I already said Monday and Tuesday were going to be trashy. This is definitely a week where if you have an account where you could trade more than one contract, this is a week where you want to take partials and just pay yourself early and let that last contract run. But if you're trying to do full pools, like 150 handle, no partial, like this week has had a lot of deep retracements. So it's just been something you have to deal with. But like this consolidation near my entry, not ideal, but like I said, I'm allowing price to work the upper half of that breaker. It's not a problem. And I like where the bodies are stopping. They're stopping in the upper half. We wick down to that first presentation fair value gap. Could it even take out this low? So now, same thing that I would be expecting here. If NASDAQ can trade above this high, I'm watching the speed at which it does it, if we can get through it. I don't want to see us take out this high and do what we did here, which is retrace all the way down. I want to see us take out this high, maintain a bullish candle, strong, energetic, fast, and then again, should our partial get hit, then I feel comfortable taking off my risk. But until then, my stop loss stays where it's at. Never in a rush to move my stop, because the last thing you want is to get stopped out prematurely, and then you're feeling regret. So don't have fear of losing. Don't have fear of getting stopped out. Submit to the trade idea and just focus on the candlesticks. I'm on the wrong chart. You're on ES. What's up, Tariq? You gotta lock in, Tim. Gotta lock in. So I'm watching for speed above that high. Do we take out this high and stay bullish, stay strong? I want momentum, fast, speed. That's a signature. That tells you you're on side, and you're likely going to stay on side. So now we close above it. I want to maintain speed. I don't want to see a retracement here. Do we stay bullish? Do we stay strong? Don't want to retrace all the way back down to the breaker. My thought process is we're done down here. We've already accumulated. We've already consolidated. Okay, I want this to form a fair value gap, and I'll treat that as a breakaway gap. And I want us to stay bullish, stay strong. And there's your partial. Okay. Now I feel comfortable moving my risk. Next partial, if you remember, consequent encroachment of this wick created with CPI, taking one off there. This is definitely a week where you should be banking something. Need some advice? I'm frustrated. I do great in simulated then blowout challenges. You just gotta give yourself more time, bro. That's all it is. You gotta give yourself more time to develop and grow. So this fair value gap, I want to see majority of it stay open. Definitely want to see the lower half stay open. These two up close candles, that's one bullish order block. We open, trade down into the high of it. I don't want to see us work in the lower half of this BISI. So I'm expecting that to take us higher into consequent encroachment of this wick. Oh, let me stop. Do that. So working that order block. Again, I'm treating this fair value gap as a breakaway gap. I like majority of that to stay open. I don't want to draw it. I don't want to draw it because it's going to be too much on my chart, but just know I'm looking at midpoint. Actually, we could take the breaker off and we'll just do this. Alright, so tapping consequent encroachment. At this point in time, if NASDAQ's going higher, it's got to do it right here. Because anything in the lower half of that fair value gap, you're also approaching what mean threshold of these down close candles. So if you take this high all the way to the low, mean threshold is here. The lower we work in this fair value gap, we're getting closer and closer to mean threshold of the order block, which is something you don't want to see traded to. So if NASDAQ's going higher, we've already tapped consequent encroachment. I like to see it work higher from here. And the same thing, how expecting speed above this high, I like to see us rip above this high here. But partial has already been taken, risk has been removed, so this is when you just submit to the trade idea. You don't play with your stop loss, you don't play with your targets, you just submit. If you notice, you remember, excuse me, I don't have my water with me. We took this range from that high down to this low. What can you target in a premium? So we're buying at a discount, which is good. Okay, as far as premium targets, we had that fair value gap. And that small little high right there, that's buy side. That is your next premium array. Okay, so I'm looking for us to run against that. And what do we form? That's relative, I can't even talk, relative equal highs. So if we take off this fair value gap for a second, this high here and this high here. Okay, those are relatively equal. I'm seeing that as any other double top, any other relative equal high. That's buy side, that's liquidity. So rarely does the market top like that where we leave clean highs in place. So I'm definitely expecting that to get ran through, and I'm watching to see at what speed can we run through it. So let's go ahead and put that back on. Down close candles, a bullish order block. I like for that to take us higher. Why? Because I'm not expecting the lower half of this fair value gap to be traded to. So what's the PD array I'm expecting to take us higher? It's the down close candle. We open, trade down, tap the high of it. Do we get speed above this high? Notice where the body closed. Notice where we open. Do we get speed? Using that for insight. Working the upper half of that fair value gap. Let me see what the other markets are looking like. S&P slowly working higher, trading inside of a 5-minute fair value gap. Gold looking really bullish, really strong. Dow kind of just hanging around, not giving you much to work with. Let's clear up my charts a little bit. Take this off. And 47 even. 47 even. That is your premium wick consequent encroachment. Final profit objective, if I can get it, is that midnight opening price. That's a short-term premium for the daily range. This is why I joined Talking Through Price Action. What a look. That's how we do it. That's how we do it. Glad to have you here, Wolf Arrow, if I'm saying that right. That's the goal. That's the goal that I want for everybody, to eventually do this on their own. Like, I get messages probably at least once a week where somebody's saying like, hey man, appreciate the live streams, but I'm going to be doing it on my own now. And they may have been in the live streams for a month, 2 months. Some of them have been in the live streams for 4 months. And I get a message saying, hey, appreciate it. Think I'm ready to do this on my own. Hey, best of luck to you. Like, that's what it's for. Like, digest everything you need. Or some people, they don't tune into the live streams anymore. They just want the webinars. They got the trading down. They got the bias down. They know what to look for in price. And they may just want to show up for the webinars. I respect it. I respect it. So just use it, you know what I'm saying, to build your understanding of price action, the live streams. And I always tell people, don't copy my trades. Just, you know what I'm saying, get better from it. Take what you need and then go about your business. All right, so we're stopped at break even, and we did take a partial. And I think that's it. So love y'all. Be safe. I'll see y'all in a few hours later tonight for Asia around 6:35, 6:40. Until then, I'll see you later.